Welcome to the Awakened Patriot. I am Mandy. All right. We are going to be on this morning with Liberty Warrior. Everybody's favorite. We're going to chat. He's kind of in my neck of the woods right now. So it's kind of fun that we get to talk this way instead of in person when he's only like 30 minutes away from me. It's the only way you can communicate with him. He's such a rock star right now. So I'm going to bring him in and we're going to chat and catch up. Good morning, Liberty Warrior.
Good morning, Mandy. How are you?
I'm good. How's everything going for you?
I'm trying to get another cup of coffee in me this morning.
Amen. This is my first one. Jesus, I got to get up and freaking put clothes on and be in front of a camera. I didn't put any makeup on. Oh my God. I think I got allergies. My eyes are not liking makeup and shit right now. It's yeah. So I am just going to be as bare as I can be. I don't care.
I like being home because Mom spoils me a little bit. She made us French toast and sausage this morning. Yeah.
Aren't mamas kind of cool that way?
Oh, yeah. Made a nice dinner for us last night, so I've actually been able to eat for the last couple of mornings, which is really nice. I haven't had to cook, and Mom's done the cooking, and I just could focus on the show. So, good morning, Robert.
Yes, good morning, Robert. Maybe you just need to move back home. Let Mama help take care of you.
I am working on trying to get back to Idaho soon one day, but it's whatever God's path is for me. Whatever God's path.
Great. We'd love to have you back.
Might have to move to California. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus H. Don't go there. Save the woman. Get her out of that hellhole.
I'm just teasing.
Get her out. Rescue her. Shepherd of the forest. Good morning. Tracy. Good morning. Dawn. Good morning. Angel, Rose. Good morning. Mamas love to spoil their boys. They do. We just do. We love our children.
I hope everyone is having a great Monday morning. The weather here in Idaho is going to be insanely hot again today. But we're gonna enjoy it. So I hope everyone else is having good weather and enjoyed their weekend and getting ready to start their week.
Yeah, today is supposed to be 102, and then tomorrow's supposed to be 108.
Jeez.
I know. We haven't had that kind of heat for a long time.
Mom and Dad are wanting to come down and go to the Fiddle Festival.
It's over. That was last week. It's done.
It's my mom and dad. I asked.
We're gonna go down. What do they call it? Down below, where you guys live. You guys all call it down. We're going down below.
Down below. Yeah,
I always thought that was funny. I worked there for a while. They're like, we're going down below. I'm like, where the hell's down below? And they're like, down where you are. I'm like, I never knew there was a term for it. Did you always use that?
Absolutely.
Really? I never knew that.
Since we first moved here in 1988, we always referred to going to the valley as going down below, and Flatlanders. That was everyone was a Flatlander.
Beautiful.
If you didn't live from Cambridge above, you were a Flatlander.
That cracked me up. I never knew that. I worked at a dental office and we worked in Cambridge and then up in Castle, a couple days a week, and everybody would call it that. And I'm like, I've never heard that term. I've been here my whole life, never heard that term before. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, everybody. I hope everything is going well in everybody's life. It's Monday morning. People are saying it's going to be an interesting week. What do you think about that, Mr. Liberty? I think it's going to be an interesting week.
I think in the world we live in today, every week's interesting.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Things could be heating up. I don't know. I try to read into clues and stuff and just be like, just how the narrative is going right now. Like, what are we leading up to?
Exactly.
What are we leading up to? That's named the show "Patience is Grace" because I think they're wanting to push some sort of civil unrest. I think they've got their little plants all over the nation, and they're gonna be dressed in the red, and dressed like the good guys, and they're gonna cause some havoc and be like, see, because they're already spinning that narrative. They're already getting that spinning. They don't even know what the hell they're called. They're not called QAnons. Not even what they're called, but that's the narrative that they're pushing, that we're violent
and crazy. Don't forget crazy.
Crazy and violent. So
we're the crazies.
So I named this one "Patience is Grace" because we have to stand strong. We tell everybody that are patriots. Just have patience. Let them do what they're doing. I mean, protect yourselves if that's the case. I mean, you have the don't lose your shit and go streets. It's kind of the plan, I believe, and I think that's kind of what's coming. Don't you think? I think that's what they're trying to. Because 45 is out with his rallies now. Well, and do you think his intention of doing the rallies right now is because he knows that's possibly what their plan is, and to show this is how these people behave? They don't behave that way.
I think I want to say good morning to a couple people real quick.
Good morning, Jersey girl.
Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Jersey girl.
Good morning, Elaine.
So through my lens, when I look at what Mr. T is doing right now, I look at it as he's trying to ramp up the excitement, and he's trying to get the message out for the 2022 election. Obviously, he's still focused on 2020, on correcting that before we could really move forward. But you can't just push the pause button and try to correct that and not keep the momentum going for 2022. So I think these rallies are to push awareness of these candidates that are out there running against the incumbents, the left, AOC, you name it, and they're going to battle with these people. So I think Trump is doing the right thing by doing these rallies and trying to really get the excitement up. The gal, and forgive me, I forgot her name, out of New York, who's running against AOC. She's a serious candidate. She is a mother.
Oh, what's her name? Oh,
she is a grandmother. She is a small business owner, and she means business. She is 100% New Yorker blood. She's born and raised in New York.
And for the people?
She is for the people. So her platform is she's running on America First. And you're going to see over the next 18 months, you're going to see a lot of people run on that same platform, America First. Why? One, it works. Two, it's that important for us to make America first. Trump proved it to us over 4 years of putting America first. Look what you get when you do that. So you're going to find a lot of these conservative candidates running on that platform for sure.
Amen. Praise Jesus. Let's hope. Yeah. I see that. I do. But I think there's another. I know that's exactly what he's doing, but I don't know. I think his timing is quite interesting because, Arizona's going to be sharing some info soon.
We're hoping today. We're hoping that they start.
So I don't know where it came from, but it was, I thought, wow, already there's information out about that? Let me find it. Okay.
Well, and I agree with you, Mandy, when you say his rallies are timed just right, and I believe that too. He doesn't listen. Trump and his team doesn't just half-ass anything. There's always multiple reasons why why they say what they say, why they do what they do. He's not one dimensional. He's 5D. So, and I believe that. I believe he's always thinking about the next move, and 20 moves before that. So, yeah, there's the reason why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I completely agree. Elaine, grace is much needed in this time. Yes, my dear, it is. Her name is Tina, I believe. She's a hardcore patriot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know we got a lot of people that watch Liberty Warrior from New York. And I'm going to tell you what, Liberty Warrior, I know Shane's been reaching out to certain conservatives that are running for office and telling them, you know, we'll offer you our platform to get your message out. That goes for Tina too. Anyone who has contact with any of these candidates and you want to see them on the show, I extend the invitation to any of them. Just have them contact us. We'll get them on the show. We got people reaching out to me right here in Idaho wanting me to put a certain person on our platform who's going to run for governor of Idaho. I
was going to ask you about that. I would love to hear what he has to say.
Exactly. So
he's kind of a badass.
I got people working on it, and I may have to reach out myself and see what we can do to get them to come on the platform, because we're starting to pick up a lot of people from Idaho watching the show too. More and more. It's crazy. Idaho, California, New York. We're we're growing. Yes, Bundy. Bundy is the one. I know some people don't like him. I get it, but
he ain't there to be people's friends. He's there to get shit done.
Exactly. He's kind of like Trump. He's like Trump. He was never there to make friends. He was there to make a point and to
do the damn job.
To fight tyranny.
Yeah, to do the damn job. I do. He is, Mr. Bundy is kind of a loudmouth, but he kind of had to be. I mean, it takes balls to do what he did and protect his land and his cattle, and you know, it took balls to do what he did, and you know, God love him. That's the kind of people we need on this fight, is the ones that are going to be like, yeah, we ain't here to be friends. I'm here to get things done. Yeah, I'm impressed with him, and he went. So I don't even listen to, like, when's our re-election here for all of that?
For governor?
Yeah.
For governor? Well, if he's running right now, I'd say the governor race will be 2022.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't run this early. He wouldn't run this early for 2024, so it has to be next year. I think Little has been in now for almost, is it 2 years or 4 years for governor? I don't keep up with everything like I should, so.
Yeah, well, years and stuff around here. He hasn't been there that long. I mean, I know people that know him personally. I mean, I've actually met the guy, and he does. I mean, he's doing things that are okay, and then he's doing things that I'm not freaking cool with. That I'm not cool with, and I need to investigate a little bit more on it. My mom said that she saw something that they're really trying to push the the CRT. And I thought, wow, I might have to go kick the door in and have a chat with some people. So we need to look into that a little bit more and exactly what they're talking about. It's just like, because, you know, our capital, Boise is a little different than, you know, the rest of the areas around it. They're a little different.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of.
That's where they came. They came
liberals,
and moved there.
Yeah, a lot of liberals that have moved to this state. And the funny thing is talking to
Good morning, Shane.
Deanna and some of the people from California. They've got a lot of friends.
No.
A lot of friends that have fled California to come to Idaho, but the problem is when they get here, they don't like the way that we live life, so then they try to inject their crap that they brought from California here in Idaho, and it really sucks, to be honest with you. If you don't like it here, then move back to where you came from. We don't want to change Idaho, not like that. You know, we want to grow, and we want to evolve and be better people. But I'll give you a prime example of what happens here in Idaho.
Good morning, Kilo. Good morning, Mitch.
You'll have a dairy farm that's been in the family for 3-4 generations. And the people around the dairy farm sell their property to developers. Developers move in and build a subdivision. People from California and all over the place move in, buy houses in that subdivision, and then they don't like the smell. So then they decide that they're going to start a petition, and they're going to try to get this dairy closed and make a move. And that shit, that doesn't make any sense at all to me. Those people were there way before you. That's their livelihood. That's their lifestyle, and you want to come here and change it. So
Exactly.
That's just one example that we have here in Idaho.
Yes, and you've always seen that stuff on the news. Well, back in you've seen that stuff on the news, and I just never paid attention. And now it's just like I just have that fire underneath me. That's like I kind of want to be one of those people that goes in and fights for that, and be like, if you don't like it, move. You moved here. This is how we live here. If you don't like it, move the hell on. It's a big country. It's a big world. Go leave the nation. I don't give a damn. Get the hell out if you don't like it.
Well, we want those people to come here. Don't get me wrong. It's just like any kind of.
If you don't like it, don't come here.
Legal immigration, it's the same thing. Come here, but
Legally.
you got to kind of try to accept the morals and the values of the area that you're moving into, as long as they're healthy.
Exactly.
Hold on a second. I got to check out for a quick second.
He looks so sad. I hope all is well. Oh, everybody. Yeah, Idaho's a beautiful place. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, my back. It's been a long weekend. We had a music festival this weekend, and I'm kind of sore because we danced our butts off for 2 days, and it was an absolute blast. Hot. It was very hot. Bring something positive or don't come here. Thank you, Philo. Yeah, contribute. Yeah, if you come to a place that you're not from, bring something good to it. Don't come to change it and destroy it and turn it to where you just left. We're used to it being this way, so we want to change it. Well, didn't you leave where you left to not have that stuff? Nope, that's just my opinion.
Let me ask you a question, Mandy. As I drove through Weiser Saturday, all the festivities were moved across from Ole's, right there.
That's the music festival. Yep, that's where the music festival's at.
So my dad and I have our own opinion on why, but why did they move that there? Why is it not
in town?
Did you hear me?
Why is it not in town?
Yeah, why is it not in the park in town with all the shade trees and everything? So I have my own opinion.
I'm sure you're probably on the same page. And I'm going to say it because I don't give a damn. I know most of the officers around here. During Fiddle Week in this area, we love it. It's like what we do. And back in the day, it was like the thing. Like as far as you could see down the streets were Harleys. It was like we were in magazines because it was just amazing. Like it was a celebration. It was like a party downtown. As far as you could see Harleys. And then I don't know, some of the cops kicked in and decided to be total a-hole bullies about it and ran them out of town pretty much. So like literally if anybody's down at the bars and having fun or anything like that, cops literally will park at every exit, entrance, any spot around that area and pull people over because they're just bullies. So yes, that is why they did it, Mike, because where it is at, it is private property. It is not in city limits, and the city cops can't do a damn thing about it. And the county cops are like, hey, like we didn't see one single cop. The cops come if something happens. That's the only time you see their presence. That's the only time you see them. So yeah, that's why they do it, because it's private and people have a good time. Everybody's free. You can drink. People are smoking weed. Like it's just a hippie party, and it's just fun, and everybody has a good time, and nobody's bothering anybody. Nobody's causing problems.
That's not the reason why I thought it got moved there.
No, it got moved there because it keeps them out of city limits. The cops can't harass people.
I thought they moved it because of the sickness, and I
no,
thought maybe the city had all these stupid mandates and crap, and so they decided to
no.
move it.
We did it last year when everybody was in lockdown. I mean, people were like, oh, we're all a bunch of heathens. My God, how can they all go do that? And we all went, and nobody was wearing coverings, and it was pretty minimal because, people were freaking scared, but we went and had a great time. Everybody had a blast. Yeah, no, that's why it's out there. It's on private property, and the cops can't harass people. And people camp there. I'm like, there's camp spots, like everybody camps there. It's like, everybody's safe. Everybody takes care of themselves. We're grown-ups, for the love of Pete.
Yeah, Weiser is a beautiful, amazing, loving town. It's just one of those little small towns for sure.
Yeah, when Fiddle Week comes and people come in, they want to be, they've kind of ruined it. I don't get it. It's like, no, everybody's grown-ups and everybody's got the hint. Everybody has a clue. Don't drink and drive. Don't get in fights and stuff because the cops are going to be like, people get it. We understand. Behave yourselves. We're grown-ups. And, they kind of ruined it. And so right across the street from where the music festival was, there's a little bar there, and they have a biker rodeo, and that's where they have it. They used to have it at the rodeo grounds in town, but the cops kind of ruined that one too. So they do it at
I remember the biker. I remember the biker rodeo had to be moved to Ole's because they used to have it at the rodeo grounds, but they got bullied and picked on so much. They said, "Screw it, we're not doing it anymore." And then Ole said, well, hell, come have it right here in the backyard of the bar.
Yeah, that's what they did. And it's a great location. And people have a good time. They behave themselves. We don't need you to monitor everything. Everybody's good people. Just leave everybody alone and let them have a good time. But, people kind of, I don't know. That's just how it's been. And so, just take precautions if you come and celebrate. That kind of, I don't think it's going to be much more. I don't know what next year's going to be like because this year was pretty depleted on the festivities. They're keeping this whole scamdemic crap going, and so they did it all virtual. The competition, it is a national, one of the biggest in the nation, and they're like, we're going to do it virtual this year. We did it last year. Well, how did that work? And so they did it again this year. You're idiots. I think they may have. So we're gonna have to rally and hopefully try to raise funds and get it to where it used to be. We can only hope. Yeah, Philo's talking about Freemasons are totally involved in everything. I completely agree. It's so bad. It's unbelievable. The hands in this cookie jar is unfathomable. Freemasons, disciples of Satan. So that took a hard left. Okay, so are we going to go there? you guys are having a conversation about something different because we are going to get Philo and them on here because I'm going to have him. He's got.
We can go any direction you want to go. It's your show.
Yeah, I thought. Oh well, they're not even listening to what we're talking about. They're on totally different.
Well, the fun thing is on our show. There's so many people in the chat. They have their own conversations. They're not even listening to the show. They get in the chat.
Well, we need to up the topics and get some juicy intel or some shit.
No, it doesn't matter.
Where's Jesse?
It does not matter who your guest is. It does not matter what the topic is. The chat is its own entity. And so people.
No, I watch yours and I'm just like, wow, they're not even talking about what they're talking about. I think it's funny. Please, everybody communicate, converse. I don't care. So, I don't know where the information comes because I didn't even have a chance to watch the video, but it says the latest breaking intel reveals 667 different versions of ballots were used in Maricopa County.
Wow. I would say that's probably not good.
Yeah. So things are going to come out, and I can feel it. I can feel it brewing. I can feel it brewing for sure. That it's like like they said, it's the storm. It's the perfect storm. Like this is all coming out, and they're gonna try to counter what is going on.
Well, I receive a lot of messages and a lot of emails every day. I received one this morning. We've been talking about NESARA GESARA quite a bit.
So how's that work? Everybody's bank account's looking.
I received one this morning. There was a gentleman that went right down to this local credit union where he banks, was there as soon as they unlocked the door, walked in, started asking about it. They had no idea what he was talking about. So, I don't know.
Right.
Still holding pattern here to see what happens.
I just think there's so much tumultuous shit going on right now that it's like we don't have room, like that we can't, there's no space for that right at the moment. Yeah, we got to go through the battle first so that we can have the glory at the other side if that's what's happening. If that is a thing, you're like, we're going to miss it if we, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Just, I see that as a kind of a celebratory glory on the other side of the war and the battle that we're in right now. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Shepard says they won't, and I get that. But what the problem is, I guess my point is there's so many people all across this country and the world that's being told that this stuff is happening. So their first knee-jerk reaction is to go down to the local bank and start
asking questions about it.
Asking questions and wanting to see their bank, this, that, and the other. And of course, those people at the bank, they have no idea what you're talking about. So I don't know how to handle it other than I'm gonna stay in my holding pattern, just kind of see what happens. I also received an email yesterday that there was a lady whose sister, cousin, or something got their vehicle paid off and received the title. I have no proof of it. It's just what she told me. If
I'm gonna go check the mailbox, son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to check the mailbox.
Well, I don't know. There's stories like that out there everywhere. Certain people getting things paid for. I just need my shit paid for,
That's right. Exactly. I'm telling you, if that happens, I will be the first one to come on and tell everybody, like, whoa, crap, like that just happened. I don't know. And I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. It sounds like a smart idea. You guys have had conversations about it, like how the hell's that going to work? Everybody's going to be a freaking millionaire. Yeah, I don't see how that's going to play out. But if you've worked your ass off and you've paid your bills and you've paid your taxes, and done the right thing your entire life, and you have actually worked and paid into the system and you've paid all of that, I'm not trying to say anything against people that haven't worked, but you should be, if that is the case, it should be compensated according to your contribution to do the whole thing. People have done nothing, those ones that are kind of lazy and don't, contribute to any of it. Why should they get $1 million?
So one saying that we have to have a blackout before it'll kick in. So I don't know anything about that. I know blackouts are imminent. With this temperature, I think we're going to have blackouts whether we want them or not, whether they're done on purpose or not. I believe even here in Idaho, Mandy, I got a text message that said, here in Idaho, please turn your ACs down at night to conserve energy. So that's a big concern of mine. Then we have some of them saying that it's supposed to go into effect today in Europe. I don't know. I haven't heard any reports on any of that stuff, that any of that is going on. So I do have people watching and paying attention. I can't wait for it to actually happen so I can report something that, yes, it's happening. Because right now, all I can report is we've been told this. We've been told this is happening this week, next week, on Friday, more times than I can count on both my hands. So it's kind of like crying wolf, crying wolf, crying wolf. You do it enough times to me, and I'm probably not going to pay much attention to it.
Yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. And we know that little thing, that little gem is just floating around in the ether right at the moment. I think we have bigger fish to fry. I think there's bigger things going on right now.
Well, I think we're all being screwed in one way or another. So we got to start really diving deep into that stuff and paying attention and trying to.
This is the show of hope, people. This is the show of hope. We're all screwed. I know. There's just a lot going on. Where do you look? There's no way to be ahead of, whatever the plan is. Like we're never going to be one step ahead of it. They're always going to be 10 steps ahead of us, and we're just trying to find and pick and choose what needs to be laughed about. I just read Shepard's Laugh Out Loud, Mandy. It's just going to be what it's going to be.
When you make that statement that there's just so much stuff going on, we don't know what to do. All you can do is fight the fight that's right in front of you. You can't worry about this stuff that's on Mars or all this other crazy stuff that we talk about all the time. You've got to focus on what is in front of you, what you can accomplish, what you can get involved in. Obviously, Shepherd of the Forest, myself, and you can't go down to the local bank and start getting involved in NESARA GESARA. That's out of our hands. Whether it's going to happen or not happen, I don't know.
Most of the people that work at the banks, personally. So,
but
I can ask questions.
If you want to get involved, like us, you and I, who have children in school, we can go down to our local school boards. We can get involved there. We can go, Shepherd can go to her city council, get involved there. Robert can go to his county commissioners, get involved there. So those are the fights that we know are reality, and those are the fights we know we can make a difference. As far as all this other stuff, it's just a lot of distraction and entertainment.
A lot of fluff to fill the airwaves. To fight the war we're in, you must know the enemy first, Robert says, and that is true. I completely agree with that. There will be some false flags coming for sure. There is. They're already brewing for it. They're already brewing for it. Like the building that went down in Florida. They're like, they've been talking for years that the ground underneath was unstable and that this was going to happen. And I was like, I don't know if that one's not sticking for me. I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, I get little tidbits of stuff that I'm like, that doesn't end the whole conservatives, the Trump, the key supporters, the Q, anything with the Q, like all of that, like anybody involved in that. Bad. We're bad, they're bad. They're already starting that narrative. I feel they're going to pull some shit like that because they don't want the results to come out. I see that. I see the story brewing to create that. And you guys were kind of touching on it yesterday about U.S. bombing someplace.
Iraq, Iran. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from Jeff B on that. I woke up this morning, had breakfast, phone's blowing up. I had one gentleman reach out to me yesterday and say, I can't believe you did not watch the second half of the Trump speech. I don't believe you when you say you don't have enough time. Come join me, please. Come join me for a day and see what I do I
started watching it and I fell asleep.
From the time my feet hit the carpet in the morning when I get up till I go to bed, come join me and you'll see how busy I truly am. I did not have any time yesterday to finish watching the Trump rally. It's just my day is consumed. So I got to prioritize and do the best that I can.
They can come and have it, break it down for you. We can't watch everything. Like you got to have a life. I mean, we're raising kids and family. It takes a lot of time to research, watch videos, watch the news of the day. It takes a lot of time. I can imagine. And it wasn't like totally glitchy, the speech, because I watched it kept going off.
I think you can catch it on Newsmax and it's not glitchy, I believe.
Okay, I'll have to watch the rest of it because it can. it was totally fine all the way through up until the speech.
I like what Shepard says here. It really doesn't matter if it's if the Earth is flat or if people are off planet or live with aliens or not. How about I mean, if you want to change subject, we could definitely talk about flat Earth. I don't know anything about it other than
I know nothing about the flat Earth.
I think they kind of tried to debunk that back in 1492, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the flat Earth stuff. I hear it's interesting. I hear it's got a lot of good information and stuff that does make sense. So I don't know.
Yeah, so that's just I haven't been off planet, so I can't tell you what it looks like the other way. I've seen pictures, but most of the shit that we see anymore, it's like now we like question everything we've ever been told or shown, or kind of question everything.
So do you believe, Mandy, back in the 60s, the very first moon landing, do you believe that was true, that we did land on the moon, or do you believe that was Hollywood?
The more I hear about the BS of that, it's kind of like, I can kind of see that. I haven't really dove into like break down the video of it and all of that kind of stuff, but it kind of makes some sense. Since we've only gone once.
I thought we've been to the moon several times.
Like, has it been documented? Like, everybody celebrates that? Like, hey, they're there again. Let's see if it looks the same as, when the first guys did it. Or is that just hush hush and we don't know?
Look at Shepard. She says the Bible says it's a dome and that people are thinking it because the Earth pictures are photoshopped by NASA. So I don't know.
Bible says
water lays flat always.
What's it? Like they think like the land is flat like this and then there's a dome around us? Is that what she means by that?
You haven't seen the pictures of flat Earth?
No. Why the hell would I know?
Hey, I'm not saying that these people are wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right. What I'm saying is I find it interesting and fascinating, and I really haven't jumped too deep into it because I think it can be very distracting and it can pull me away from what I need to do on my show. So I will always allow people to come on and talk about it. I mean, we can have a show about flat Earth on Liberty Warrior. I'm fine with it. Doesn't mean I believe it or anything like that, but I don't know. Listen. Robert just in the last 18 months, we have been told, shown, and fact.
So I'm saying, what the hell do you believe anymore? I don't know if the moon landing was real.
I think the only way we can find truth is through God and reading the Bible, and then there's people that like to dispute that as well. So I don't know anymore.
I've been under a rock, Shepard. I'm sorry. I've been under a rock. Yes, I don't know. Now I'm going to have to go look up this kind of stuff. And I mean, I've heard about it. I've heard people talk about flat Earth, and it's one of those that I can't argue with them. I couldn't have a discussion because I'm not in. I would be in a space of just tell me what you know or what you believe in all of it.
And then Robert says, my brother spent 20 plus years at NASA. It's round.
Thank you, Robert. See, the mystery is solved, y'all. Robert says his brother was there for 20 years. That's my opinion. I think it is. I do. I mean, aren't all the other planets round?
So we've been told, and I know people who have spent a lot of money on their own personal telescopes, and they can look out there and see planets, and the planets that they've seen are round. So it just doesn't really make any sense to me that all the planets are created round except for Earth. And this whole conversation makes me want to call what's his name up, the SpaceX guy. What's his name? Starts with an E. Anyway, I want to call it. Yes, that guy. I want to call his ass up and say, man, I want to catch the next flight off planet so I can see for myself with my own two eyes
Right.
if Earth is round or flat.
Wouldn't
so I
that
can
be
come back
cool?
and tell everyone.
Wouldn't that be cool? My kid's like, this is so boring. Our sounds so boring. I want to travel and see the world. Wouldn't that be so freaking cool? We're like, fine, babe, we're going to Mars. We're going to Jupiter. We're going to space. I think it would be really freaking cool.
I'd go to space. I would. If I had the opportunity, I'd go check it out.
I think I would. Well, I mean, why the hell not? Question, Shepard, the question. Why do compasses always point north? That's a total dude question.
Because of the Earth's magnetic pull. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong.
That's a really good answer.
That's what I was always taught. That's what I was always taught, though. Does that mean that's right? Does that mean that that's right? I don't know. I was just always taught that the compass points north because of the magnetic pull at the North Pole. So, I don't know.
Okay, it's round, not a sphere. Is the flat Earth theory with a dome, example, glass ceiling. Now I'm going to have to look stuff up because I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know how to. I'm going to have to look it up. I've heard of it. I've heard of people say the flat Earth theory, and they believe it to the core of their soul. So maybe we're all wrong. Philo. Okay, so now it's Philo Bobcat 34. I don't believe shit till I've seen it.
Well, here's one. I like Michael's comment. Can you go to the end? I'm assuming the Earth and look over the edge at space. Don't think so. I mean, that's a good point. I'm sorry, but that was a good point.
When I was a kid, I would think that, like, if you just kept walking and walking and walking and walking and walking, would you just go off? I remember thinking that when I was a kid. Like, if we just walked across the land, do you just get to the blue and you just go off the edge? Is that the case? Does that happen? Have you heard anybody? Well, I guess if you walked off the edge, there wouldn't be anybody to tell the story. So,
1492.
Sail the ocean blue.
Well, remember in 1492, they thought the Earth was flat, and if you sailed too far out in the sea, you just fall off the flat Earth. That was 1492, and then Columbus sailed the blue, and he sailed around and hit South America or wherever he hit, and then they decided at that point the Earth was round and not flat. I don't know. Not a scientist.
Yeah, the theory is because it's center and there is no South Pole. So Shepard, and she says, and think of it as a snow globe. So Miss Shep, are you do you think it's a flat? Do we think the Earth is flat?
Who, me?
No, I'm not asking Shepard. She says,
Shepard?
Think of it as like it's a snow globe. We're in a snow globe.
I don't know if Shepard believes it's flat or if she's just trying to explain some of the things she's read or heard or seen from other people.
Some people need to get off crack.
Michael. Michael.
I feel like we are on the worst freaking acid trip of our lives right now.
Hey, this is the greatest show on earth.
I haven't had to take any drugs, but I feel like it's an acid trip on a daily basis. It's just like
you started the show off with this is going to be an interesting week, and my comment was every week is interesting because of conversations like this and people thinking the Earth is round or people thinking the Earth is flat or the sky is falling or whatever. You know, I don't know. Yeah, Shepard says she's just relaying the information she's heard. Let me tell you, Shepard does a lot of reading. She doesn't just click YouTube and watch a video and then try to tell us what she's seen. She dives into it pretty deep. And I enjoy, even if I don't see eye to eye with Shepard, I still enjoy her information and her point of view for sure.
Right. Robert says, if it's flat, how come no one has ever fell off? Come on. I'm like, that's what I was saying, Robert. I was like, if you actually walked and fell off, like, we would never know that.
Well,
No, we would never find him.
Tim says Whitney Houston said crack is whack. I just heard over the weekend Whitney Houston was at the Trump rally.
I heard that several times. I thought, Jesus H.
Oh.
Did you see her? She was a hot mess. She was a hot mess. She was a beautiful, beautiful talent.
Yeah, she was.
And, you know, knowing the stuff that we know now about that entire world, she was huge back in the day. She was huge. You don't get like that without being in that crazy world.
Somebody also said they saw Elvis. And I just want to bring to everyone's attention.
Was he in a wheelchair? Was he 900 years old?
Yeah, listen, so they still have it in Vegas. Vegas is really big on Elvis impersonators. And if you watch the Elvis impersonators, there's a lot of them that look very similar to Elvis, right? So I know some people believe Elvis is still alive.
I mean,
God bless you guys. That's all I can say is God bless.
How old would he be now?
I don't know. I give up on this stuff, to be honest with you. I find it entertaining. I find it entertaining.
I know I was watching your show. There's a lot of people. So and so still alive. So and so still alive, and I'm just like.
Pharaoh is still alive. Moses is still alive. I'm sure Tesla is still alive. I mean, I could probably go on and on and on about the people that are probably still alive. I don't know. I try to spend my time, like I said, fighting what's in front of me.
In the now.
And this sideshow circus stuff is entertaining for sure, but I don't get wrapped up in it. I really don't get wrapped up in it. I guess if these people are still alive and they come out one day, I said we should have a what did I call it the other night? We should have a new retour or something where all these people that are alive do a concert for us. It would be super amazing.
Geriatrics and shit up there with their canes and their wheelchairs. Woo!
I just don't know. I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know.
I think that, people die. They just do, especially if they're kind of hard living. It'll finally take its toll.
Well,
but a lot of it's interesting. The stories of a lot of people, it's interesting. Like a lot of these people, like now that we've seen and heard the things that we've heard within that evil world, it makes you wonder how many said, yeah, I'm done. I'll just tell everybody I'm dead so I can escape this world and I don't have to be a part of it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll live on an island for the rest of my days and just leave me the hell alone.
Because I honestly have thought about doing that myself. So, I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the money to do it, but Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, those people did have the money to do it. So Here's a curveball for you. Michael Jackson and Walt Disney wanted to be, I'm probably going to murder the term, but they wanted to be frozen. They wanted to be, yes, they want to be frozen so they could live forever, maybe come back at another time. To me, that's a form of time travel. How do we know that Tesla didn't invent something like that? How do we know that Michael Jackson didn't get frozen and he decided he wanted to come out in 2021? I don't know. That's another crazy conspiracy theory, but it's fun to talk about.
It is that time travel thing. Like, how do you wrap your brain around all of that? How do you wrap your brain around all that? Like, really, like that stuff we've seen in movies. But
there's that book. Here's something that I find strange and interesting.
The one with Barron.
Yes. So it was written back in the 1800s. I think it was written in like 1894. I bet Shepard or Robert could probably tell me exactly what book I'm talking about. It was written back in 1894. It was about time travel. It talked about Barron Trump. It talked about Mr. T, Donald Trump. It talked about Mike Pence. It had a lot of people in that book, and supposedly, again, I can't verify.
And was he the last president? Like, didn't that along those lines of the last president?
Yes.
Shepard. When I heard that, I thought, whoa.
Do you know what book I'm talking about, Shepard or Robert? Do you guys know what book I'm talking about? It was the one that was written in 18.
It's called Barron
Trump, right? Or something like that. Barron. Maybe it's just called Barron. I don't know.
I don't think it's just Barron. I think it's like Barron Trump. I don't even think it says the name. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And when I heard that stuff, I was like, that is insane. And how do you explain like freaking The Simpsons? Some of the shit they do, it's like, how the frick did they know that? That's so weird to me. It gives me the chills every time I see it. I'm like, that's weird. That's just
that's why my stance on all of this is not that I don't believe any of it could be true or couldn't happen. I believe anything is possible, but I have to have a plausible deniability. You know, I gotta stand on the fence where it can go either way. I can't lean one way or another because that's just not who I am. I need more proof. I need facts. I can't just take people's word for it. I can't, like I said, one lady reached out to me this morning and said that her sister or whatever, her vehicle had been paid for, supposedly from Nasara Jasara, and she received the car title in the mail. How can I prove that just because somebody tells me that? I mean, I could sit here for the next 20 minutes and make up all kinds of crazy ass stories and tell you guys that. And are you going to believe me?
But your integrity is affected if that, you know what I mean?
Integrity to me
for a fact, you'll know in my
is very important. I got to have integrity. I have to have it. I'm not going to sell
kind of shit to have people take you seriously if you have no integrity. You can see these. There's certain where people are just kind of talking out their asses, and they were there for a minute, and then they're dropping. People are like, "You're talking out your ass." People see it. We're not dumb. People see it. They feel it. They know when it's a load of crap.
So they're talking in the chat about Project Looking Glass, and that's what Simpsons was involved in. That's where Simpsons got their futuristic
Project
fortune telling. Fortune telling stuff. I mean, if you watch Simpsons, it's pretty insane how they can predict the future. And they're saying, Shepard's saying Project Looking Glass, and I believe that. I believe that they could not put that stuff out if they didn't know what was going to happen. It's just there's too many coincidences for me.
Me too. I'm just like, that is so bizarre. Like, how did they freaking know? Like, how did they? And like major things. That's just interesting. I got to look up Project Looking Glass. I don't know what the heck that is.
Robert says, Mike, I was just like you and most people until I opened my mind. And Robert, I'm hoping to make it back to Humboldt, obviously before school starts. Probably, I'm going to guess somewhere in August, possibly, and we will meet up. I'm going to come spend some time with you. I'd love to maybe interview you and at least hear your side of everything and what you found all in the last 10 years of your research. I find it fascinating and interesting, and I want to learn. I'm very open-minded. Don't get me wrong, very open-minded, but I also have to use some common sense on some of this stuff, and some of it don't add up to me yet. That doesn't mean it can't in the future. That doesn't mean I can't, change my opinion one way or another. But for right now, I got to stay where I'm at until I get more information. And I can go off and read all kinds of stuff. I can read all kinds of books. I can read all kinds of stuff on the internet. It still doesn't make it true. Just because somebody wrote a book doesn't mean it's true. I can go write a book too, Well,
and I think that's I'm speaking for myself. When I'm sharing any information like this, I'm letting you know, like, I read this, I saw this somewhere. I have no proof. But I just thought it was interesting information. Take it as you will. Go do what you want with it. Don't take it as gospel. You know, if I know information and I know it absolute because I thought I was in the middle of it, you will know my demeanor and my execution of handing over that information. You will know it in my demeanor that I'm dead serious and I'm not joking. But I have to see it. I have to. I'm not going to fight something to the ground just by hearsay. But if I'm involved in it and see it and experience it, you'll know. You'll know.
Well, let me give you and your viewers a little nugget here. I know you and I, Mandy, are real close to the same age. Remember when we were kids and we were in grade school, and the teacher had us all sit in this big giant circle? She went over to the first kid. She whispered something in that kid's ear, and the whole object was to tell the next person to your left.
The telephone game?
Okay. So by the time it came all the way around full circle, it wasn't even close to what the teacher told the first kid. And my point is to you guys watching, is just because somebody writes a book or somebody puts something out doesn't mean by the time it gets through the next 200 people, it hasn't completely flipped or changed to something completely different. So until I can see it with my own eyes and make my own judgment.
Or people can't hear for shit, like my mom. You can say something to her and she'll just
I can't hear you.
You're like, that's not at all what we just said. Like, what the hell are you telling people that shit for? That's not a deal. My mom, she's deaf. So, she interprets and translates it a whole different way. And it's usually so far off base. It just is. I mean, and people like to add their little things to it and make it sound better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And dramatic effect.
I give you another prime example. Any hunting or fishing story I tell, you can guarantee I'm probably gonna dramatize something or stretch the measurement of the fish out just a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. It's just
I don't feel right doing that. Do you feel right doing that? Like, like it was interesting. I don't feel right doing that.
Depends on how many beers I've had and if I'm hanging around. If I was hanging around my buddies from high school, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit that's being told, guaranteed.
And it's all the situation. Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to come on your show and lie to the people, about things. But your friends, you might BS them a little bit. It's a fine line, isn't it?
Hey, when we're talking football from high school, we're talking fishing. Oh yeah, there's going to be some bullshit told, guaranteed.
Right. My info is fresh from a Vietnam vet. He was sent to Turkey. Well, now that's interesting, Robert. We might have to have you. I'm telling you,
Robert is an interesting cat. No lie. So is Shepherd of the Forest. Very interesting.
Exactly.
People, so.
I drag race. I get ticket stubs. No lying. The click says
the ticket. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's how that guy got out of being accused of murder, right? Because he had the ticket stub.
Yeah, there we go. Is that a little more light on my face over here? It's driving me crazy having that shadow. Still not enough. What the hell? It's driving me crazy. This shadow. I look like. Oh, that's the wrong side too. Oh well. I'll hold it
here. Oh my God, you're so funny. Yeah, it's shiny. We can see it now. Shiny bald head. My eyes. Yeah, I think there's something in the air today because my eyes are on fire.
Yeah, my dad's eyes were pretty red last night, and he didn't smoke anything, so.
This morning. Yeah, just this morning, I was like, oh, my eyes are on fire. Good thing I've got allergy eye drops because it's like, what the shit. But it's going to get hot. I'm gonna probably stay cooped up today. I don't have to work tomorrow, and it's gonna be 108 degrees in a restaurant that doesn't have air conditioning. Really, they got a swamp cooler. I thought, oh, this is gonna be fun. So I could be slow tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, I've really enjoyed your shows that you've been having, Mandy. I really enjoyed watching you and Shepherd of the Forest, and Sherry. Sherry is always really fun to watch too. And
they're both so sweet.
Yeah, you got a lot of people out there that want to get on your show. So I know Deanna, I know Elaine when she starts feeling better. Maybe have you had Robert on yet? Somebody was telling me maybe that was I think that was Deanna that said she had Robert on.
Deanna had Robert on her show?
I think Robert. Am I correct in that? Have you been on Deanna's show? Because I still need to watch that episode. She said it was really good. So,
well, I'll have to totally check that out. I don't know. He seems shy. He kind of seems shy. Is he from that area in California? Like, is he from where you went?
He's from Crescent City.
Did you meet him there?
I haven't met Robert yet, no.
Okay. You were talking about him like you knew him or that you... Yes. Just trying it. Okay, Robert. Get your feet wet. Get your feet wet, and then we'll...
Maybe Robert come on the big show one day and sit down and have a conversation with me. I'd love to hear what he has to say. I always enjoy having Shepherd on the show too. She'll come on every now and again and tell us what she's been reading, the book she's been reading or whatever. And it's always very informative. Like I said, it doesn't mean I don't believe this stuff. I'm just trying to take it all in. I make up my own opinion, and I'm very cautious about what I get wrapped up in. And because I've got goals and stuff that I'm setting for the show, so I don't want to be kind of like tied down to one little thing all the time. I want to keep pushing forward. So
yeah, there's a lot of places to go. There's a lot of hills to go. There's information from one side to the other. So it's just like, whatever tickles your fancy, we'll report on that and talk about that. Yeah, today was kind of a free for all. I was just like, I didn't even know what to talk about. It's been a long. We all had way too much. Up late, dancing our butts off. So much that I was in pain. The next morning I thought, oh, Jesus, I feel like I'm going to hit with a baseball bat. What the hell happened to me? And it was like, oh, it was all the dancing. I'm not used to doing that kind of stuff all the time. And it was a blast. Yeah, good music. It was fun.
I bet there wasn't anyone as unique as myself out there dancing, though.
Oh, you do not even know. You have to come. It's the best people watching you will ever see in your life. I mean, some of the outfits that you're just like, wow. They're free spirits, and they don't give a damn. Oh, yep, my tits are hanging out, my butt's out, guys. I mean, and you're just like, it's just the best people watching ever. Everybody was happy and laughing and dancing and love and hugging. I had some guy come up to my dad and be just like, I just like the way you dance, man. Could I give you a hug? And he just hugs the shit out of my dad. I was just like, that's like, okay.
I hung my dancing shoes up like 17, 18 years ago. I don't think I'm gonna break them out anytime soon.
No, it's just like being at a live concert for hours, and it's just a blast. And people were happy and just like we're back to the real world for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's just love and good to one another, take care of each other, and keep an eye out, make sure everybody's okay, and it was just it's just fun. It's just love, happy kids running around in a safe environment. I mean, it's just fun. That's the way it should be in our world. That's the way it should be. And that's what they're trying to take away from us.
Yeah.
We're not going to let it happen.
Let me answer the chat, and then I want to tell you something real quick, Mandy. Tim, the Bass Pro, I think is Matt Becker. Matt Becker that's going to be on the show, but I don't think it's going to be this Saturday because we're going to be in South Dakota. So I think he'll be the week after, which is like the 11th of July, 10th or 11th of July. He'll be on the show then. Craig's putting that all together for us for that show. So you'll have to check us out. We'll have emails going out. And the other thing I want to tell you, Mandy, is if you guys have not checked out the webpage, libertywarriornation.com in the last 24 hours, you need to. So if you go to the webpage, Mandy, and you click on, I think it's, hold on a second, I can tell you because I got it pulled up. So check this out. Go to contact the team. It's a tab on the webpage, right? If you click on that, Mandy, it will put all of our contacts. It'll have Shepherd of the Forest. It'll have Jeff Riddle. It'll have you. And what's really cool is Miss Deanna put Shepherd of the Forest and her badge, Washington State, and then your badge of Idaho. It's got Jeff's badge of Michigan. It's got Craig's badge of Louisiana. And so all you guys are connected right there. And Deanna's doing a fabulous job putting that together. So Shepherd of the Forest, if you haven't checked it out in a while, you should go to libertywarriornation.com and click on the contact team tab and let us know what you think, Shepherd, if you like that. She's really put a lot of time and effort into that.
Yeah, I'm going through it. I'm looking at it. That's so totally gonna have to check that out. That's so cool that you guys are just forging forward and making things happen and just growing and growing and growing. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I do. I think it's an awesome thing.
It's a lot of
Robert
work.
is an astrological spirit war right here in America.
I don't think Craig's watching right now, so I can share this. You wanna see a picture I found of Craig?
Oh, I love Craig. I can't wait to meet him. I do. I just want to give him the biggest
You
hug.
want to see
I
a picture?
just dig his spirit. Yes, I do.
You want to see a picture of Craig? Check
yes,
this
I
out.
do.
Oh,
I can't see it. I told you he looks like Rick Moranis. I freaking told you. Did I say that to you?
Isn't that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something?
It's a Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know. But that looks just like Craig.
I mean,
if that's not Craig the Hunter.
I have said it 100 times. He looks like Rick Moranis to me. He totally does. And when you showed me that picture, I was like, he could dress like that for Halloween and kill it. Like, he could kill it. That is awesome. No, that's Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
Suddenly,
to answer your question, Jersey Girl, the answer is yes. Cage has been going through a couple things for the last couple of weeks, so I only get to talk to him every couple of days. So it might be pushed back a little bit, but yes, we are putting that together. I just haven't had time to collaborate with him because he's in the process of like moving and stuff, and he's been moving some stuff and moving things around. And so I haven't really had a lot of time to spend with him to finish that project up. But yes, we are doing a project together, and it's coming soon. We're going to give that to you guys. I think you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be amazing. I know Shepherd's going to love it. It's going to take some work on your guys' part, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
See, they all agree that
Yeah.
Craig is like Rick.
Absolutely.
That's how I define him to anybody who's like, oh, his name's Craig the Hunter, and he looks just like Rick Moranis. that's exactly what I said.
He does kind of remind me a little bit of McFly too on Back to the Future. George
McFly. Yeah, no, that's Rick and Craig. I'm more with the Rick Moranis. I love him.
Well, I love Craig. He's such a great brother.
He is such a good soul. I totally dig him.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to meet him.
I love all the people that we've met. I mean, Shepherd of the Forest, and
I love everybody, but I can't wait. He just stands out. He's just something special.
Yeah. I wish Shepherd could make it to the 4th of July next year. So we're gonna do Liberty Warrior Nation Camp Out annually. It's gonna be every year. So this is what I threw at the core group. What I would like to do is probably about Christmas of this year. I want to throw it to all the viewers. I want them all to vote on where we should have the annual campground. or camp out, right? And we'll give everyone an opportunity to put in a vote where they think we should have it. What we'll do as a collective unit is we'll gather up all that information. We'll tally it all up, and then the core group will pick 3 different places, 3 of the top places, and then
You're taking on a feat there, you goof.
absolutely. And then what we're gonna do.
No, I mean everybody collectively throwing in their information. You're gonna be like, Jesus H, like that's you just need to.
I can do it. I got plenty of people.
One day, say people throw out some names. We're gonna put it all in a hat. Well, you're gonna have people research it, where those places are, how that all works out. It's good for everybody, and then draw it in a hat. Like you're gonna have to take charge on that. When you have too many,
we'll handle it. I promise you.
Too many opinions. When there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, I can turn into a shit show really quick.
It's going to be fun. We're going to do it every year. We'll definitely do it every year.
Shepard wants Idaho. Shepard wants Idaho.
Yeah, we'd love to have it here in Idaho, and we will eventually.
You'd love it. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
Robert says, now I understand why I'm not getting the notifications for Liberty Warrior 2 because I was only subbed to Liberty Warrior 1. Yeah, and I got 5 channels. It's Liberty Warrior 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4 are growing too, and those are our backup channels just in case we get taken down. So it's a game we play.
Maybe he is Rick Moranis. I haven't seen him in Hollywood for a while. Maybe he's like, maybe he is. Maybe he's like quietly retired and changed his name. Maybe. He sings too. He sings too. I'm going to prefer some badges and also donate, purchase.
Robert,
all right.
We got 2 California badges. We updated the California badge, so we got 2 different styles of the California badge. It should be on the webpage if you want to check it out.
What's Project Pelican? Somebody just asked that question. I've not heard of it. I have no clue what that is. And it just went by. So
you need to do some more research, Mandy.
It just came up. I was like, I have not heard of Project Pelican. What the hell is that? But there's so many projects. Veritas, project. Like
2023, not 2023, but 2030. There's so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like we can go down a whole nother rabbit hole, for sure.
We could spend a lifetime going down rabbit holes.
Absolutely. I was kind of reading some information about is it Mekagi? Is that how you say it? The guy who created the software for virus protection.
Oh yeah, I got it on this stupid computer, Mekagi. Yeah, I don't use it.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, I don't use it, but it keeps popping up on my screen every time I turn my computer on. It's always popping up. I don't buy into any of that crap.
He got whacked. He got whacked. He even tattooed on his arm. It says whacked. If I die, I was suicided. I would be whacked. And you can look into that shit.
Wow.
It's interesting. They've kind of been after him for like embezzlement and some shady dealings of some sort. And they've been investigating him for a long time. I'm just vaguely, broadly going over what I kind of have heard. They came in and the 3-letter agency starts with an F, raided his house, like killed his dog, like roughed him up, destroyed a bunch of property, all this kind of stuff. And I think this is like 2012 or something like that. Well, really? He donated laptops to secretaries within the government. My nephew, I don't do TikTok. He sent me a TikTok of this guy being interviewed and talking. And he said that he donated these laptops and had put like a spyware in it, and it like went in and infected like the whole freaking government's computer system. And I'm like, oh shit.
Really?
Holy shit. No wonder they needed to bump him off. But, you know, that was interesting. I don't know if anybody else wants to dig into that information. I thought it was super, super interesting. But he claimed, like it's him in an interview, saying, because he wanted to find out what they had on him. That's why he sent in a virus that infected the whole system through the whole government, was to find out what they had on him. He's like, I have shit on me, but the things that I did find, I was like, oh, damn. Oh. Yeah. What did he say? He said, I don't know, maybe I thought I wrote it all, but obviously I didn't have so many freaking notes about stuff. But it's interesting, and when I find out what he said, like, there's like some big wigs that, and Canada as well, that #1 drug traffickers, #1 sex traffickers, all in that mix. I was like, oh shit. I can see why they had to make him take a dirt nap. And then after he was whacked, he wrote it, he tattooed it on his arm from prison, whacked. And then after he was, you know, suicided, he, his Instagram, like the next day on Instagram, there was a post and it was just, what is it, the 17 letter of the alphabet? I thought, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Look into it. I thought it was interesting little tidbits of information, and my nephew was sending me videos, and I thought, well, that's interesting. Big news right now.
Wow. All right, well, I'm going to have to hop off of here.
Oh, me too, because I got crap to do today before
Okay.
I have to go to work this week, and plan for a week, because we got planning to do before we head out of town.
I think I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and leave Thursday and drive halfway and stay the night, because 16 hours from here to South Dakota is too much to try to get
Dude, it's a long time.
10, 11 o'clock at night. I want to get there and be able to relax and meet everyone and have dinner and have a good time. So I'll be on the road Thursday morning, and I'll just be in contact with you and Ben, and maybe we'll just I'll just follow you guys, or you can try to keep up with me or whatever, and we'll just go together.
We're leaving Friday, dude.
Oh, you're leaving Friday? I'm leaving Thursday because I got to be there Friday.
I don't even know where the hell we're at.
Friday's the 2nd.
Yeah, we're leaving Thursday night. Yes, we're leaving Thursday night, night.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to do that, if you want to wait for the evening, because we're leaving in the evening.
I'm a morning person.
Me too, but there are circumstances that hinder us being able to leave in the morning, 5 a.m. So
All right.
that's just how I work. Okay, keep in contact with us. You're here.
All right. Okay.
Come have breakfast with me if you're not too busy this week.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being on the show, being here with us today. Love everybody. Make good choices. Love one another. Be good, Mike. Make good choices. It's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes.